Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. New channel, same me. I got my PC back, and assuming I got no other issues, we are back in business as best as we could be anyway. Obviously trying to get to 1,000 subscribers first and foremost, so would really appreciate it if y'all don't subscribe. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Now, with that being said, I have uploaded one video on the channel, and as I record this, I'm already at like 670 or so subscribers, and by the time I upload it, probably gonna be even more than that. So I really appreciate all y'all's support. We're getting to that 1K mark super fast. I literally think we'll have that by tomorrow. This is gonna be the only video I upload tonight because I got my PC back tonight. I'll have gameplays coming for y'all tomorrow in the morning on most of these top cards. Now PlayStation Network's down right now, so that's limiting the gameplays I can get a bit, but I'll do the best I can, and assuming no more issues, we're back to uploading consistently on this channel, and we're gonna get to work, man. Now, the one thing I will say, and I'm going to mention this in most of my videos over the next couple weeks, or at least until this goal gets met. Trying to get to 4,000 watch hours on this channel as fast as possible so that I can get it monetized. That means, if y'all don't mind, I would really appreciate it if y'all watch the video all the way through. Even if you don't see anything, or if the video gets, if you don't want to watch the whole video through, I get it. Would really appreciate it anyway if y'all watch as much as you can compared to however much you generally watch, because those watch hours will add up quickly, and trying to get monetized as quickly as possible so I can get back to making money. So with that being said, we're gonna go through this drop, and like normal, we're gonna go through the lower tier cards pretty quickly because they're not particularly exciting. A 6'5" point guard whose only asset is that he's 6'5" is not a great start. Manute Bol is kind of honestly the same type of story, except okay, hold on. Okay, that was weird. I couldn't go back. I don't know what happened. Manute Bol, 7'6", 8'6" wingspan, 25 speed, though he can hit a wide open 30-59 three ball, which is kind of funny. At 7'6" is a gold card, but still would not recommend it. And then 6'7" point guard. Only value, again, really about Penny is the fact that he is tall for a gold point guard. But again, I'll pass. Sean Bradley is literally the same height as Manute Bol in this game, but probably just as ineffective, if not a little bit more, considering he's only got a 25 three ball, 25 speed. That is a no-go. Bruce Brown, not bad for an Emerald. He's got okay-ish speed, I guess. He can shoot the ball a little bit. He can dunk the ball a tiny bit. Defensively, he's not a total liability. For a Emerald point guard, he's not atrocious, but there are still some better ones for sure. Then you got Danielle Marshall, who's literally just a shooter. He's slow, can't defend, not a good card at all in his own right. Desmond Mason, very athletic, I'm sure. Yep, 90 driving dunk, nothing else though. His jumper's not that good. Defensively, he's bad. Again, not a good Sapphire. Danny Ainge, great shooter, does pretty much nothing else though. And then at Charlie Villanueva, kind of similar story. Really good shooter, but doesn't do a lot else very well. He is tall for a small forward though, at 6'11", so I guess there's something there. Walker Kessler, 7-footer, but he's 57 speed and a 66 three ball. It's a little bit too slow and a little bit too bad of a shooter for me, although if he had a higher tier card, it'd probably be pretty good. Taj Gibson, 73 speed, 35 three ball. Again, that is a no-go, especially for a power forward who's only 6'9". And then Delhi is 6'3". Honestly, not that bad. He can't dunk, but he can kind of shoot. He's a little slow, but defensively, he's a dog for an Emerald point guard. Now, if you're using, I'm sorry, Ruby point guard. Now, if you're using a Ruby point guard, I'm going to say what I always say. Just go use Mario Chalmers. He's way better. So there you go. Ron Harper, 6'6", 6'9" wingspan. I mean, for a pure defensive point guard for like salary cap, he's actually pretty decent. He's got half challenger, half on ball menace. He's slow and he's not a good shooter and he's not a particularly good dunker, but he's tall and he's a great defender. And so there is some value there for a salary cap card. Wilt Chamberlain, slow, can't shoot, basically a bad version of Diamond Wilt, who is at least still a dominant inside center. This card is not that dominant on the inside, and honestly is slow as well. He is pretty atrocious in all honesty, despite Wilt's other cards being decent. And then Scoot Henderson is 6'3" with a 6'7" wingspan. He's super fast. He's an elite level slasher, so he's gonna be fun to use if nothing else, but not an elite level shooter. And defensively, he is pretty mediocre as well. I don't believe his jumper's that great, but Pro Dribble style KD Escape is not horrible. Again, not that great of a card though. Moving on to the diamonds. Dion Waiters is 86 speed, 86 three ball, but he can't defend at all. That is a no-go for sure. Lamond Murray is pretty well-rounded statistically. He's got an 86 three ball, 86 speed, 89 three ball, 85 driving dunk, and decent-ish defense. But again, there are definitely better shooting guards all the way around than this Lamond Murray. Although he looks okay, like he's not a bad card for a diamond. I think he is one that you could kind of consider if you need like a filler budget shooting guard. Then you got this Alex English, who I actually really like. He's fast. He's got Curry Escape as well, which is big. He's 6'8" at the shooting guard position, or the small forward position, with a 6'11" wingspan. So he's got pretty good size. He's a very good athlete with half posterizer. His jumper is the same jumper as Melo's, which is really good. So he's kind of like Carmelo Anthony with Curry Escape, really good slashing ability and solid defense as well. I actually really like this Alex English card. I've been using him all year. I was using him in my main lineup when I first got him from a hidden gem. Now I use him in my salary cap team. He's really solid for a diamond. Definitely the best of the diamonds in this drop. Sean Elliott, absolutely elite jumper and a solid defender as well. The stats aren't quite as good as with badges, but he's got pretty good badges. He's also got an 85 driving dunk. Like for a pink diamond shooting guard, not unbelievable, but elite 3 and D if nothing else, with a very good jump shot. So he's pretty good, and he also is 6'8", so that's also nice. Reggie Theus's jumper stinks, and he's 6'6", which is good size for a point guard, but his jumper is pretty bad. I would rather just run Lonzo, in all honesty. Lonzo's jumper's better, and they have similar Hall of Fame badges. Like, I'd rather run Lonzo, I'd rather run Marcus Smart, I'd just rather run cards like that. Latrell Sprewell is undersized at 6'5", but he can play shooting guard defensively. He's good. He's got 90 driving dunk, 92 3-ball, smooth jumper, 92 speed, like solid card. Darius Garland escape is not that bad. Like overall, this is a pretty decent card, and I think he's decently usable, but not elite. John Starks, he's tall with a good jump shot at the point guard position. He's a good defender, so he's got that going for him. Pretty well rounded, 90 driving dunk, 93 ball. Jumper is pretty good as well, but D-book escape ain't great. Lily behind the back ain't great. Pro dribble style's fine, but nothing too crazy. He does have Pro 2 though. Overall, not horrible, not amazing again. And then Donald, probably kind of the same story. 6'3" with a 6'8" wingspan, so he's a little small. Stat and badge wise, he's okay, but he's not a god. He's not an elite slasher. Again, he's kind of undersized, and default small release is actually not that bad, but as a whole, again, pretty mediocre card. Certainly not exceptional whatsoever. And then you got the final pink diamond from this drop, which is Bull Bull. The honest truth is Bull Bull's super hyped up, and I'm going to make a gameplay on him. I just don't think he's that good. 86 3-ball, which is fine. Dunking is okay. Defensively, it's kind of meh. He's got, honestly, badge-wise, he's missing several shooting badges. He's missing lightning launch. He's missing brick wall challenger glove, a movable off-ball pass, pick dodge, or on-ball menace. He's only got 5 badge slots. So between the shooting badges he's missing, lightning launch, and the defensive badges he's missing, he's probably going to still be missing about 5 important badges. But he is 7'3" and can play power forward, so that does help. With that being said, the jumper's not that good this year, and he doesn't really have movement either. So I actually think Bull Bull's a little bit overrated. I think he's decent. I think he's far better than these stats and badges would tell you that he is, mainly because he is 7'3" with power forward eligibility. But I don't think he's a god tier card, and I think he's being priced as one, especially for a pink diamond. I think this is probably the worst Bull Bull that we've gotten at this point in the year, because generally he is an absolute god. This year, not quite as much. And then you get to the Opals, who are all the exact same as their lower tier cards. This Zach LaVine, same exact animations as his lower tier cards, slightly better stats and badges, but in all honesty, just by a souped out badge version of the pink diamond, exact same result. And that is the case for him. It's the case for Paul George. Exact same story. Pretty similar stats, very similar badges, but slightly better stats, slightly better badges. But if you just buy a badged out version of the pink diamond, he's going to play pretty much the same, because the animations are the same. Same speed release, same fade, same dribble style, same escape, same everything on all of these cards. Levine, Paulo, and Paul George. And I mean, even Paulo, look, he's better than his diamond. Don't get it twisted. But it's just not a big enough difference where I think, because the diamond can already get every single badge for Paulo. Like, you look at the stat differences, they're not that big of a deal. Like, do none of these stats feel like a hugely important stat difference? But he's 4 overalls higher, and people are going to pay way more for it. But just get a souped out version of the diamond, and he's going to play exactly the same. Like, that's literally the case for all of these Opals. I would stay away from every single one of them. And then Pete Maravich, look, he doesn't have a card to really compare to. I mean, he does have this diamond that wasn't good early in the year. Problem is, this Opal isn't very good either. He's not super complete badge wise. He's not super complete defensively. He's fine size wise, but nothing too insane. And he's not an elite level slasher either. Not to mention his jumper's not that good this year. I just don't think that Pete Maravich is all that good of a card, to be totally honest. And this is a very underwhelming drop compared to what I thought it was going to be when the names first got announced. But Hakeem Olajuwon is a god. This card is really, really good. He's got an 89 3-ball. His jump shot is now on very quick. He's fast. He's an amazing defender. He is probably the best power forward in the game. There's a reason he's going for over 1.5 million MT right now. I mean, his jumper's legit. His movement is actually pretty legit too, which is nuts. They gave him a good escape in De'Aaron Fox. Like, this Hakeem card is the best power forward in the game right now. And I mean, I thought it was Tim Duncan before that. I still have Timmy at 2. But I think Hakeem is easily number 1. This card is elite, and I mean, he's super expensive. I would never get him, and I wouldn't pay his price. But he's the best power forward in the game, and I don't even think it's really all that arguable right now. But keep in mind, All-Star content's coming next week. That's worth keeping in mind as well. Probably would recommend, for the most part, saving your MT this week with the way this drop is. But I'll have gameplays coming for y'all tomorrow and over the weekend and all that type of stuff. We'll try to get back into the swing of things as far as content is concerned. So with that being said, that's going to do it for the video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.